Hi, and welcome back to Chicago Car Club. Today we're going to be taking you around this 1947 Ford Sedan. This is a custom-built hot rod. Take you around, show you everything we see on it, take it for a ride, put it up in the air, get you comfortable with the car. We want you to be able to make a purchasing decision based off of our photos, videos, and information alone. As always, we encourage you to reach out and call us with any questions, comments, or concerns. You can also text us at 312-420-3696. We took this car on trade from a really nice gentleman here in Michigan. He enjoyed the car for a few thousand miles, as we understand. It only shows 7,000 miles on the odometer. We believe that's since the work was done. And the car shows really nicely. It's got a cool little rake to it. It's got some custom body work done on it. It is a steel-bodied car. And we'll show you it's got some Frenched-in headlights, fog lights, and also the tail lights. Now you can see it's got power disc brakes on it, a nice set of Krager wheels that are in really nice shape with good tires on them. A couple little blemishes throughout, some little blisters and things like that, but the car is consistent from front to back. This car has a Chevy 350 V8 in it with a 4-barrel carburetor. It runs beautifully. It sounds amazing, and it's mated to a turbo 350 3-speed automatic. It really runs and drives well. It's a fantastic driver. In fact, the person we bought it from drove the car roughly 100 miles to get it to us. A couple little blemishes on the lower edge of the bumper here. Front end looks really cool with the lights Frenched in. Some paint blemishes, a little bit of an older paint job, and they painted over a lot of the chrome and things like that. It actually looks pretty good though. There's some rock chips and little things like that. We don't see anything major or glaring on it, other than some chips, some little flaking paint around these edges here and the window molding and whatnot. The doors line up nice. The panel fitment is good throughout. We don't see anything major on it or cause to believe that there were any major accidents or anything. It does have a Mustang II, from what we can understand, Mustang II Front End in it. So it's got an updated geometry suspension setup in it, which makes it much more drivable, also serviceable. Little scratch down there that was touched up. There's some touch up throughout. Still a little cold out, so we see a little bit of condensation coming out of the exhaust, but the car runs really well. It starts up right away, holds a really nice idle, it makes great power, and gets down the road really well. It's quite fun car to drive. The stripes on the side of the car and inside are vinyl. They can be removed if it's not to your liking, but we decided to leave them on. And just represent the car as we got it. Interior's in white. You'll see it's got nice door cards in it. The doors are in good shape. There's some aftermarket hardware and things like that throughout, which you'll see. The car has been dynamatted inside. You can see the underside of the doors are nice and solid. It's got a carpet kit, custom interior. Doors open and close nicely. The windows are in good shape. You can see it's got a nice headliner in it. Again, the vinyl on the dash there is a decal and can be removed. Same thing on this side. Doors open nicely. The car does have door locks on it with a separate key. The windows roll up and down nicely. Little yellow accent piping on the seats looks nice, and the handles inside work nicely as intended as well. You'll see the nice little kick plate addition there. It's got a newer set of custom gauges in it, which all work properly. It is set up for vintage air. The condenser is not in it, but the fan and the undermount unit is there. So that could be finished off and be really nice. Headlights, taillights, signals all work. The wipers work. The column shift and the tilt is a really nice feature. Shifts in and out of gear really nicely. And the blower motor for the fans work well for the heat as well. Really clean on the dash, which looks nice. Nice little power feature here, a pop-up louver with a vent, and it's got a USB port there, which is a nice little charging feature. There you can see your vintage air, new fuse block, new wiring. Looking for the wiper switch, there it is on the dash. Those work nice and quick. You can see the headlights are working, tail lights are working. It's an awesome little driver. You see when we get it on the road, it really runs out well. It makes great power, but it drives nice and straight. It stops really well. The power disc brakes are awesome in the front end. It just holds the car in a nice straight line and feels like you can really put the stopping power on if you need to. Under the hood, it's a Chevy 350 small block V8. It's got a set of headers to the custom exhaust. Got power steering, again power brakes, and as you can hear, it sounds great. Radiator works nicely, it keeps nice temperature. Really just based on the fact that he was willing to drive it nearly 100 miles to get it to us, I'm confident taking this anywhere. Get it on the road here, take it for a quick lap. You'll see as we take off here, I've actually got it in low, not in drive, so it shifts up into second but doesn't go into third until I bring the shifter up to drive. So mistake on the operator's part, which would be me. No hesitation on acceleration. Kick down works, and the car hauls. Really runs well and sounds great. Odometer's working, shows just over 7,000 miles since the work was done on it. Perfect summer cruiser for sure, and being 4 doors. Don't get me wrong, I love the 2 doors, but the 4-door, in terms of bringing your friends around and the extra space, is really nice, and it still looks like a badass hot rod. So functionality to it. You can see it tracks in a nice straight line. There's no suspension noise. The alignment feels good. Get it back and up in the air here, you'll see in a second. Show you some pictures of the lower edges of the panels. Get you underneath it. Show you just how solid it is. And the bottom edge of the panels have nice brakes on them, and they're really solid. There's a couple little blisters and whatnot in the paint, which you can see, but really nothing major or cause for concern here. We don't see excessive amounts of body work or poor body work on the car. Car's nice and straight and overall quite solid. It does have a GM 10-bolt rear end in it. I don't know the exact drive ratio, but it runs out nicely at 55, 60. It sounds great and runs at a nice RPM, so we'd imagine it's a pretty highway-friendly gear. Some paint on the motor, some dress-up paint's flaking off. It'd be a nice thing to clean up. But you can see the underside of the car is super solid. Shock mounts and everything are in good shape. The Mustang II Front End is welded onto the frame, which you'll see up front. They did a nice job. I wouldn't call it, it's not show quality by any means, but it's good enough. It looks solid. It looks safe. And you can see all the way down on the body mount positions. All appear in nice shape. Again, we always encourage you to reach out by call or text anytime at 312-420-3696. 312-420-3696. We appreciate you looking, and we look forward to speaking to you.